Hello my students, how are you today? I hope you are feeling well, staying safe and healthy. I'm Hassan Zainuri. Welcome to this public speaking course. In this chapter, you will learn about audience analysis and listening. In this section of this chapter, I will talk about listening in public speaking. First, let me tell you about the learning objectives of this lesson. After learning this lesson, students are able to first, describe typical barriers to listening in public speaking situation. Second, explain ways an individual can improve his or her listening when in an audience. Third, apply what they know about listening to improve personal preparation of a speech. Now, let's move on to the overview of this video. This is the outline of the topics in this video. First, types of listening. Second, ways to help audience listen. Third, barriers to listening. And fourth, ways to improve listening. Now, let's move on to the first main point of this lesson. To this point in this chapter, and for the majority of the rest of it, we have been focusing on the sending part of the communication process. Public speaking, on the other hand, succeeds if others are listening. Studying public speaking should make you a better listener because you realize the value of the listener in the communication process and are more conscious of what you do in a speech. Let's talk about the first main point in this lesson, which is about types of listening. Listening and hearing are different. Hearing is a physical process in which sound waves collide with your eardrums and send a signal to your brain. Listening is an active process in which you try to understand, analyze, and recall information. For example, when you walk down the street and hear cars honking or dogs barking, your brain is processing that sounds, but this doesn't indicate that you are also listening to them. After we recognize the difference between hearing and listening, we should also consider several types of listening based on the context and purpose. Comprehensive listening means the goals of listening that focuses on the understanding and retaining information. Empathetic listening is for understanding others' feelings and intentions, usually related to a personal problem. Appreciative listening helps learn the pattern and techniques in art such as music, literature, play, or movie. Critical listening evaluates the credibility and acceptability of the information presented and whether the speaker is persuasive or not. Let's move on to the second main point in this lesson, which is about ways to help audience listen. Thinking about the importance of audience, a speaker must make listening easy for the audience, and the speaker can accomplish this by planned redundancy. It refers to deliberately repeat the structural aspects of the speech, which consists of a clear central idea statement, preview the main points, connective statements, and overall summary in the conclusion. Let's talk about the next point in this lesson, which is about barriers to listening. Listening is a deliberate, challenging task that needs hard work, and some people might not be strong oral learners. Thus, there are several barriers to listening we must think about. The first is that our ability to process long speeches is limited. The second is the noisiness and constant distractions that we might not be aware. Since technology is integrated with our lives, electronic distractions can cause us to lose focus in listening. The third is that we can process information faster than speakers can talk. It can cause the gaps in which the listeners lose focus and enjoy thinking of the other things out of the speaker topic. The fourth is the distractions around us that might be from someone who is besides us and talks to us. The fifth is that we are not well prepared to listen to the speaker, so we are not ready to listen well and comprehend what the speaker is saying. The last is confirmation bias, in which we have prejudice and assumptions that make us only want to listen to something we agree with. Let's move on to the next main point in this lesson, which is about ways to improve listening. The preceding section outlines the barriers to listening and in some ways provides solutions. The aim is to reflect on this information and determine which aspects are relevant to us, because recognizing the source of our poor listening can make us become a better listener. These are some ways to improve listening. First, choose to believe that good listening masters and put away devices. Second, be aware of your preconceptions and keep an open mind. And third, take notes intentionally and intelligently, saving questions for later. In conclusion, let me sum up the main points of this lesson. There are 4 types of listening, namely comprehensive, empathetic, appreciative, and critical listening. Several barriers to listening we must think about, and some ways to improve listening have been explained in detail. That's the end of this lesson. See you on the next video.